Welcome if it is your first time on the channel. Just yesterday, I was talking to my members and I was saying that I was not going to do this video. I didn't want to get into politics. I didn't want to share my perspective. I did not want to play this polarizing game. However, I was prompted today to to really talk about this and to share the perspective that I have. So here it goes. If you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, of course. I talk about conspiracies and agendas and reptilians and the royal family, but also spiritual awakening and third eye opening and all of that great stuff, along with a lot of aliens. So today we're actually going to bring in some interdimensional perspective because I wasn't able to get the information I wanted to just through remote viewing. So that's what I do. If you're new to my channel, I'm a remote viewer. That's how I started sort of my exploration into the cosmos and other dimensions. Before we really begin, I want to start off by saying a huge, huge disclaimer because this is a very polarizing topic. And the disclaimer is I'm completely bipartisan. Okay. I do not choose sides. I'm super objective. I don't listen to, read the news, whether it be mainstream or alternative. I'm not invested into either side. And I feel like we need to hear from more people that are not invested into either side. So that's where I'm coming from. As always, please take or leave this information. It is completely up to you. All right, if it resonates with you, it's for you. And if not, no big deal. Just leave it and walk away. All right. Okay, so, so I want to just share my perspective. Then I'm going to share what I've channeled a couple of years ago, and then I'm going to share what I remote viewed just today about Trump. All right, here goes. My objective human perspective, okay, being a conspiracy theorist in so many ways, is this, right? This is just my opinion as a human, as a 31-year-old. There is something to be said about all mass media networks. There's something to be said about all these big organizations rallying against one person, right? I always think that if the governments, if mass media are all telling us to do one thing, if they're all telling us this is bad for you or this is good for you, I tend to have the thought that it's really the opposite. The truth is the opposite. And so one of my curiosities many years ago is why are all of the mainstream networks who can never agree on anything all of a sudden all rallying against this one man? So that's really my only sort of interpretation or perspective on things, just objectively. Isn't that interesting that they're all telling us this guy is bad, watch out for this guy. Now, he is a buffoon and says a lot of really terrible things, and we're going to get into that. But that was I just wanted to share sort of my opinion through my observation. Okay, so a couple of years ago, might have been more than a couple now, but I channeled Trump. And one of the things that I do when I channel someone, whether it be a celebrity or a politician or an interdimensional being, is I will go and remote view over to their location, wherever that may be in the world or off the world, and I will check into their aura. I always get permission from their higher selves before I do this. It's just a morality thing. And then I'll observe, right? Are there entities attached? Is there a reptilian working through them? Is there some sort of agenda, conspiracy? Like what's going on? And I pick up on a lot by reading their energy. I was not able to get close to Trump many years ago, so I wasn't sure how to take him. I wasn't sure how to read him. And one of the things that I did instead of essentially tapping in and reading his energy was I went to his soul contracts. I wanted to understand, okay, great. If I can't see him, if I can't see the energy or the intention behind the man, behind the puppet, right? then I'm going to take a look at what his contracts are. And many years ago, what I channeled that resonated with me at the time anyway is that Trump's sole contracts are that he is meant to be the bringer of chaos. Okay, that's his mission. That is his sole mission. Is he is meant to be the bringer of chaos. And if we take a look at what he's done, I think we could all agree, whatever side you're on, that absolutely he has done just that, brought chaos, right? So that's really all I was able to understand back then. And part of that channel, part of that understanding of his mission is that he is not necessarily the savior of our planet, but likewise, he's not necessarily, say, the Antichrist either, right? So it really didn't fall on either side. So then today, bringing it up to the present moment, I channeled him once again, and once again I was not able to get close to him. I don't know if it's because he's got some protections or, guards around him, or contractually I wasn't like allowed to remote view him. So of course I wanted information anyway. This was about 30 minutes ago. So I went over to the Galactic Federation and I talked to my good friend Kinetic. For those of you who don't know, I actually do have a picture of him, but it's not on me right now. Kinetic is a Pleiadian being. He works for the Galactic Federation and he specifically works on the Security Council dealing with earthly matters. I've never actually asked Kinetic about Trump, I don't believe. So today I was able to get quite a bit of information. Now, this is a straight conversation that I wrote down, so question and answer style. I usually type it and print it just because it's better, but I don't have my printer up and running right now. Okay, so my first question to this Pleiadian is like, what is up with Trump? Like, what is the deal? Like, tell me, give me your perspective. Right away. Okay, once again, take it or leave it, all right? Right away, Kinetic says, he is a plant and knows exactly what's going on. I'm not going to voice my opinion throughout this conversation. I'm just going to say it. Kinetic, once again, he is a plant and knows exactly what's going on. Me. Why is he such an idiot? I literally said that. Why is he such an idiot? Kinetic. This was interesting. So that he remains unthreatening, it's the only way. So I'm like, why is this guy such an idiot? And then Kinetic is like, so that he remains unthreatening, it's the only way. It's almost like some sort of covert operation, like he can't, if he was too good, if he was too cleaned up, if he was almost like too powerful, I don't know, then he would be more of a threat. I don't know. It's just like fascinating. I'm not going to share my opinion, but I have so much to say. All right, we're going to move on. Oh yeah, Kinetic continues to say, everything he does is strategic. He is meant to bring change to the system. The people have to ask for the change. Me. What about some bills that he passed that doesn't seem to help the collective? Kinetic. There's a bigger plan in place that has not yet been realized. Me. As a society, what are we contracted to have for the next 4 years? What is our contract collectively for the next 4 years? Kinetic. Change. We're contracted to have change. Me. Well, I guess that implies Trump, right? If he's the bringer of chaos, I guess change implies that we're contracted, meant to have Trump. Kinetic. Yes. And if he is not chosen, that change will happen anyway, because that is the bigger contract. I'm going to say something. When Kinetic used the word change, chosen, not chosen, if he's not chosen, and what he really meant by that, because I had to kind of side note Kinetic and ask him what he meant by chosen, if he's not chosen, and then Kinetic said, it's not about being, It's like hard to describe. It's about the intention of the people and not necessarily the names on the ballot. Because no matter what, there is corruption, and that corruption can create whatever dynamic they want. So I had to push back on that word a little bit, chosen. And he said, no, it's not what you're referencing. It's not the names on the ballot. It's the choice within the people, the choice of change, right? Okay, sorry about that. So then I said, so our fate doesn't rest in his hands. Is that what you're saying? Kinetic. No, it does not. Things will get worse under Biden, and people will wake up anyway and demand change. Either way, there is no stopping the inevitable. Trump would just smooth out that transition. It's happening anyway, but it would just be a little bit smoother, I guess, which is interesting. Under the chaos, right? Me. I think there's a lot of speculation surrounding Trump. Will humanity ever truly know his mission and origins? Kinetic. No one will ever fully know his role. No. Me. Why is that? Kinetic. Because humanity is meant to make a choice independent of who leads them. I'm going to repeat that. No. Because humanity is meant to make a choice independent of who leads them. Me. Makes sense. While we're on the topic of Trump and the election, is there anything else that we need to know at this time? Kinetic. Do not play into sides. Sorry, I couldn't read my own writing. Do not judge or separate yourselves from each other. Make a choice to focus on good for the collective. Shifting your focus from polarity into unity is the only way one is able to recreate this reality. I'm going to repeat this. Is there anything else we need to know right now? Kinetic. Do not play into sides. Do not judge or separate yourselves from each other. Make a choice to focus on good for the collective. Shifting your focus from polarity into unity is the only way one is able to recreate this reality. Me. Thank you so much, Kinetic, for all of your hard work. Until next time. And that's about it, folks. So as always, take it or leave it. To be honest, I'm a little bit mind blown because I've never heard such a definitive perspective about Trump before. So I don't know personally at a human level how to feel about it. But there it is, right? Take it or leave it. As always, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more epic content. Watch this and so many other videos ad-free on my website. And I will see all of you in the next Galactic Federation Summit. If you're into this, check them out. They happen every single month on the 11th. And as always, I will see you in the new Earth frequency. No matter who is elected, change is happening. So try not to focus on the person elected. Focus on the intention that you want to see, and that is what we will create together.